Hello and welcome to Zailleh Plays Astroneer. So for those of you who have watched the previous episodes, you might notice that the base you see in front of you is different than the base on Terran that we had before. The reason for that is that I ran into a bug whilst exploring off camera. The shuttle that I did have would no longer allow me to establish a base on a planet, and since I had run out of fuel, I was completely stuck. So I couldn't build anything, therefore I couldn't get more hydrazine fuel to leave that planet and come back to Terran. So I had to start again, and this time I learned a few things from the previous game and some other games that I've played in terms of base layout. So in this particular game I've got a research center which is in the top center of the screen at the moment. I've got a resources center off to the side there, and I have a vehicle and construction center over here. Bit of a parking lane for the rover. This also allows me to move the rover backwards and forwards along here and use the vehicle bay to construct things on top of it. And the last but not least, on the hill here I've got a power section. Each one of these little nodes has got a turbine, a small turbine, and a small solar panel on it. Having them spread out like that means that I get a fair amount of wind power, and on top of the hill it means that I get more solar power as well throughout the day. So that's my new base layout. In this episode the plan is to leave Terran, which we're going to do now. I've fueled up, gathered everything that I need. I'm going to leave Terran, head off to Barren, and establish a base there properly this time. In the last episode I established a base, but it didn't work out so well for me, and I needed to head back because I didn't bring enough resources and didn't plan ahead. In this case I've planned ahead a bit more, so we're going to head off to Barren, set up a research outpost on Barren, and from there we'll think about moving to other planets. So off to Barren for now. So I've got with me a bunch of resin for creating some nodes, copper for creating solar panels, compound for setting up some bays, and some lithium for creating a large battery. So I'm just going to find a nice place to land that hopefully isn't going to be too mountainous, and we'll see where we go. Let's try this one. That's not too bad. Next to a little crater. Got some aluminium on the surface right there. Got what looks like lithium perhaps over there. And yeah, fairly flat area for establishing a base. Let's hop out. So this time I've used a habitat. The reason for that is that I can then take my habitat, place it somewhere, and start a base off of the habitat. So I think what I'll do is I'll just start my base about here. I just press this button here. We've now established a new base. So I'm going to use this hill here and use some of my resin, head up the hill a bit for power. This will be my power outpost, so I'm going to use a similar layout to what I had before. I'm going to use this flat bit over here as my vehicle outpost. I'm not sure why that's turning away. The wind may be blowing it. It's a bit odd, but that's okay. I'll pop over here and grab some more resin. My backpack's full, so I'm just going to put compound on here instead. Use that resin to establish these nodes. Alright, so now we're getting set up here. It's going good. Solar's going to go up here near the top of that hill. Aluminium there for the vehicle bay. Got a battery there. Did have another battery, I'll put it there too. There we go. Those 2 lithium are going over here. I'm going to be printing a large battery soon. Alright, great. So that's the shuttle fully unloaded. My vehicle bay set up, my medium printer set up, and a single solar panel. Now the thing I don't know, I've not played on Barren very much. The thing I don't know is if there's any wind. I have this hunch that there's no atmosphere and no wind, but I could be wrong. So I'm actually just going to set up use one aluminium. Or should I wait a little bit? I might wait a little. I bought lots of copper because I wanted to build quite a lot of solar panels. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that for now. And I'll worry about finding out whether we've got wind later on. Okie doke. So I've got enough to start building a rover. Build a rover there, just a single one, and an open seat. So we can drive our rover around. Righto, so the rover is going to be our primary oxygen source to start with as well. So we're going to build a final solar panel to stick on the rover, and then we can go exploring. There we go. Now I'm just going to have to wait until we get some power to get moving. So I'm hoping that this is actually lithium. It is. Look at that. So I can create a lot more batteries. That's one of the things I want to do on the surface of this planet, is create a lot more batteries. Reason being that like I suspect there's not much wind power, but I mean I'm seeing here particles flying, so I think that might be wind power. But either way, lithium is useful to create lots of batteries to help even out your power supply when you've got when you don't have quite enough power, and this power is intermittent. Righto. So I've already researched drill heads and whatnot, so I'll be able to get the rest of that lithium once we've got a crane and a drill head on our rover. Okay, so we're powered up. That must mean it's almost time to go roving. I just want to see how much compound do I have left. If I disconnect this. Oh, must need to go a little further away. There we go. I'm one compound short being able to build a second rover. That's fine though. For now, let's go roving. See what we can find. There's a lot of laterite on the surface here, so there's going to be no shortage of aluminium. Seems like we've got a couple of crash sites over here. Let's check these out. and some more compound and resin. That's perfect. It's absolutely what I want to see. But let's check out these crash sites first. I'll pick up that compound and resin shortly. Checking around to see if there's anything that looks like research. There's none. Let's have a dig. I do have that canister on me, that's good. I want to collect as much dirt as I can. Let's pick up these bits and pieces. I think I'll just leave that seat there. I mean, I've already built a seat, so there's not much point in collecting another one, and it's just going to take up space. It's good because with all this compound and resin just here, it does mean that I'll be able to build my smelter to start, and then I can come and collect some more of that laterite and start building wind turbines and other bits and pieces. And all this compound obviously will allow me to build a second car on my rover, which will be fantastic for going a little further afield. And hopefully we'll find a cave around here shortly as well. Alright, so I'm pretty full up now. Inventory is completely full there. Got a couple of spare compound. Now, a nifty trick that I've learned is you can actually put the solar panels on the front and the back. You can't put compound there. You can also, but you can put things like lights there. So that means I can put that compound in my inventory, and then we can take all of that. Alright, so we got to head back. And we're back. So I'll build that second rover there. How much resin did I pick up? 4. It's not quite all I wanted. I wanted to keep things separate like I was talking about from last time. Because this was going to be another vehicle bay for landing the shuttle later on, if it comes back to that. But yeah, that's for now. Build out this way. That's just enough. There we go. Smelter, that's what we want. Beautiful. Okay, so now I might store some of this other titanium and bits and bobs I have here. And on this one we actually want to build a crane. Do I have a spare copper? I do. I still need 1 copper to build the crane on there. The other thing I wanted to build over here is the drill head, so we can start drilling. So I think I've got that spare aluminium, but I'm going to need some more copper before I can go any further. What I might do to help even out the power is build the medium battery. So I'll put those 2 small batteries over on the habitat. I'll put the medium battery on that one. That should give us more power for during the day. So it should save up much more overnight. And I'll do the same thing over on this other side. Second medium battery over here. Perfect. That's brilliant. Alright. Now, take another couple of these canisters. I want to save up dirt, you see, because later on, off the side over here, I will be building the mineral extractor. So let's just go mine this laterite to start with. We need more aluminium. And we're also going to have to go find some malachite, which we don't currently... I haven't currently seen any malachite so far in our travels. Doesn't seem to be a surface mineral on Barren. But I guess we'll find out before long. So when the smelter's powered up, you'll notice that the laterite that you place nearby goes onto the smelter automatically. And when you put a medium storage on either side, it expands that storage space quite a lot. Okay, so let's head this direction instead. See what's over here. So there's lots of laterite. We know that. So if you haven't been to Barren before in your own games, or you haven't played Astroneer at all, one of the things that I definitely think is cool is the gravity is accurate. So I jump and I'll fall a lot slower. So if I jump from up here, I kind of float down. It's not super low gravity, but it is low gravity, so that's quite cool. We found ourselves a cave entrance here, so I think I'm actually going to go into that cave entrance. And hopefully we'll find some malachite in there. That's the plan anyway. I might have to destroy these trees so that I can get in. I'm just going to move the rover down into the cave a bit, so I don't have to run so far back next time. Whoops. Almost crashed the rover into the hole. Pick up some more of that compound. Just going to even this out before the rover actually does crash. There we go. It's very annoying when the rover crashes. It can be a pain to dig it out sometimes. So we try to avoid that if we can. Okay, the rover is now full up, I think. No, one spare slot. Oh no! There's a little spiky bush right under the rover. Deadly. Okay, so we fly back from above Terran. You always spawn from above Terran, so this habitat will fly back over to my base. And there we go. We're back. So it lands next to here because this is like the landing site. But you'll notice it's obviously not right next to my base because I didn't want it to be right there. Oh, there's a bit of a glitch there. 2 on the one spot. Let's undo that. So the reason I wanted that more copper, if you'll remember, was to get that crane going, and more resin for the drill head. So all I got to do. Did I have enough compound for another rover? No, I don't have enough compound just here. All I got to do is just head back over this way on foot, and we'll find the rover. Now, let's be careful of that spiky bush. There it is there. Bury that a little bit. Just got to remember it's there. There you go, it's gone. So they tend to despawn after you clear out the ground under them. I think that's everything on my corpse because I just emptied out. No, I need the work light still. There we go. Rightio, that's everything. Okay, so I had just finished emptying out that deposit. Now I'm just going to cover that over so that I can get further down this shaft. Hopefully find some malachite, like I keep saying. Clear out all these spiky bushes. God, I hate these spiky bushes. So you can plant these seeds anywhere. I don't know why you would. But you can pick them up and you can plant them anywhere you like, and they will grow into a new tree. But then all they do is spike you, and you don't get any resources out of them, so there's absolutely no point in farming them. What would be great is if you could get something out of them, like research or fruits or something to research, or they would create like power around them, but they don't seem to do that. So they're quite useless at the moment. Alright, so this cabin is filled with different kinds of trees. Let's get rid of that guy. Ooh, I was a bit close. It spiked me good and I almost died again. Got something to research there. Alright, I'll take that back. Those are worth about 1,000, these green hairy things. They're worth about 1,000 bytes. So I'm going to take him back. Okay. Now I don't actually have much inventory space left, so I might just turn around and go back right now before we go too much deeper. I should have hopefully enough compound as well to expand my my rover up to 4. Okay, lots of storage. I can bring back more research. Let's go. So malachite, so we can get a crane. It was straight over this way where that cave was. Spiky plants in this cave are annoying, very annoying. Just wanna, there's some more resin. I just want to get down to the bottom of here, see if it opens up to something. First thing I want to do is head over this way because there are a bunch of plants. Ooh. Alright, well. So I've done some more research. And an item type of item type. I don't know what that is. It's item type with item description. So, how very interesting. Okay, looks like a decent way to go. Let's get back in and see if I can get the rover moving again. Off we go. Alright, let's drive down here a little bit further. Hopefully we can find some malachite in this cave somewhere. I mean, there's lots of resin. Lots of gas plants. Lots of resin. Damn, resin everywhere. There's a lot of gas bags just there. I think that's coal. Yep, that's coal. I'll take it. I haven't got a medium generator at the moment. Haven't researched it. I think I've got enough bytes to do so though. No, 3,000. But I'll take it anyway. It's good when you want something done, some power pretty quickly, and you don't have any solar or anything. Stop pressing that button. There we go. Sometimes the power glitches out like this, so I'd have to take it off. Perfect. The worst part is I just can't get over there easily without digging now. And that's not a big deal. Okay. Whoa, gas plants. Okay, let's fiddle with the inventory when we're down here instead. There we go. Pick up this stuff that we want. take all this stuff back. There's a good amount of stuff here. Alright. Let's just drive over this way. Oh, is that a wreck? I did not see that before. Now it was over that way. Sorry, that there was laterite. Is that titanium? That's titanium. Brilliant. There's lots of stuff down here. Obviously that bit there that I can't suck up, that I need the crane and the drill head for. But yeah, cool. Alright, let's get that malachite and get out of here. We'll come back down for the other resources later. Oh, getting stuck on things. Tons of laterite. There's also tons on the surface, so I don't care about this stuff. I just want this laterite here. Those things usually grow from the ceiling, so I'm wondering if there's a hole down there. But there's not. Malachite, lots of malachite. This is great. What are we looking to? I think I've got all that deposit. I think I have. Dig a little bit deeper just in case. No, that looks like everything. Okay, let's get out of here. Hopefully I can remember the way. Shouldn't be too hard. So it's around here. Up the ramp. Now which way? I think it was this way. Alright, out of juice, so I'm going to find some juice. Usually there's lots laying around. All these plants. Can't afford to die down here. If I die, I won't be able to find my way back. Let's charge up these rovers with all this power. That'll keep me going for a while. Try down this one. That one's a dead end as well. Yep, I've definitely been this way. Here we go. That's the ramp up. I knew I'd find my way out eventually. Oh dear. This is not very nice and ramp-like. should be better. Let's go. And we're back. So here we are, we've got a 3-car rover and the beginnings of a new base set up on Barren. So we'll call it there for this episode. Start a base on Barren. Again, this is Zailleh plays Astroneer. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.